Talking with Topher is sponsored by slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com, New Hampshire Vape Gallery, and naturalbossnh.com. More on that later. Let's get into episode 105. Talking with Topher. Talking with Topher. Talking with Topher. What is happening, TwT fans? It is so good to be back on this Monday, April 4th, 2022. The sun's shining. It's a beautiful day out here, but for you, it's Thursday. So I hope you're enjoying your Thursday, whether you're watching, listening, or just stopping by to check out the podcast. I want to start off the way I always do by saying thank you. Thank you to all the new subscribers out there. Absolutely amazing. Episode 104, I have to say, the best podcast I've done. The best reaction from everybody out there that I've ever gotten. So I want to thank all of you for that, and I want to show my appreciation by saying thank you right off the bat. Of course, don't forget to give a thumbs up for the video, share, rate, and review. All of that helps the podcast grow, and I need your help to be doing that. If you are new to the podcast, that's right. You're just stopping by, checking it out. You watch it all the time, but you haven't subscribed yet. What are you doing? Subscribe. It's the one thing I'm asking everybody to do. It is the most important thing you can do for me, and I greatly appreciate it when you do. Don't forget to like the video, share, rate, review, and leave comments. That's right. Make friends in the comments section. All of that helps the podcast. So I greatly appreciate everybody doing that. If you want to get more involved with the podcast, that's right. You want to get involved with this? You want to have a safe place to tell your story anonymously? Well, this is where you can do it. That's right. Send me an email, talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. That's talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. Put slowdown in the subject line. That's going to give you the opportunity to get some free slowdown merch. And then tell me your story. Whether you want to be noticed or not, doesn't matter to me. I just like to tell stories, and we need more of them so that we can all feel less alone. All right? It's very important, I think, stories and having heard somebody else's story and being like, hey, I connected with that. That helped me today. That's what we need. That's what I'm trying to build. So send your email over to talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. And then if you want to follow me, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, all of them. Yeah. I'm on social media, all right? I'm on there every week, almost all week, trying to give you content throughout the week. So again, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, or Facebook, or all of them, all right? Let's see here. And now with all that out of the way, let's get into today's episode. All right? It's episode 105, everybody. This is season 3 of Talking with Topher. And I ain't even close to done yet. Hell, I'm not even close to figuring everything out that I need to do for my editing and all the rest of the stuff that goes into it. Thumbnails and shorts and clips. And I am trying to get better at this. All of the people that have subscribed to the channel, you are all pushing me to do better. And that is what I plan on doing. So I've got some new art programs. I made my very first clip myself. I was very proud of it because the program I use, it just makes its own out of what I have for content. So if I'm doing an episode and I click the little button to make a short, it does it on its own. And what I've been noticing is it takes from the first 5 minutes of the podcast, which is not what I want for a clip, you know? I don't need my subscribing and all this other stuff that I just went through on my short or on my clip. So I made my own clip last week when I had my guest on, and I have to say it's not as difficult as I made it out to be. So I think I'm going to keep on doing that. Some clips may be longer than others, but I really enjoyed the process of making my own clip. I'm in the process of making my own thumbnail art. So I got a program for that. So the thumbnails should be changing soon. I've just got so much that I'm working on. Plus, life in general itself. So I'm doing what I can in the time that I have notched out to do all of this, and getting new subscribers over the weekend. Just incredible feeling. I'm so grateful, and I'm just excited to go into season 3. I got all new art throughout the entire channel. I have updated a bunch of stuff for the new year, but I want it to be I want it to get to the next level. So I have to push myself to get there, and all my new subscribers have definitely given me the drive to do that. So I really do appreciate everybody out there subscribing to the channel, and I always want to let you know that I'm doing more. I've got my guest set up for this month. I've got my next month guest set up, and I've got another guest coming up. It'll probably be April, May, June. And I'm very excited for that one. That one's going to be a definite change in the direction of the guests, but I'm just so excited. I had multiple people hit me up and ask me to be on the podcast. Now, I'm just going to put this out there, and that's it. It is the way it is. Okay, so I'm trying to talk to people that have helped me in my sobriety, helped me get through tough times in my life. People I know, first of all, you know what I'm saying? I do this at my house, so I don't have a studio yet. I can't just bring anybody over, and it's nothing against anybody. I got rules too, so that I have to follow, and we all do as adults. Being married and stuff like that, you have to make compromises, and when the other person doesn't like something, usually you both work it out and come to an agreement, and we did. And so I can do what I can do, but I just want everybody to know I'm trying to set up my guests the way I want. And I'm not saying that's wrong or right. What I'm saying is that I will take those offers into consideration, and then I'm going to try and figure out how it actually fits into the podcast. And if I don't feel like it's a good fit for the podcast, it's probably not going to happen. It's nothing against you. But what I am trying to do here is stay consistent with my message. It's not going to get too weird or off. I might have conversations about some certain things, but I don't know if there's certain topics that I want to touch on right now. So I do appreciate all the offers. It's amazing. I mean, just the fact that you're reaching out in the first place, it tickles my heart. It's amazing. I don't know what else to say. If I feel like I feel undeserving. Okay. That's how I feel. It's the way that my mind works. It's not anybody's fault. It's the way that I've grown up. It's the way that I've treated people. And so therefore, having people reach out to me and want to come on this is it's so nice. It's so nice. So I took all those into consideration. I have sifted through the ones that I would prefer to have on over others. And hey, that's just the way it's going to be. But keep sending them in. All right. Keep sending your stories. Keep sending your requests. Keep sending stuff. Make comments. You can send if you don't want to send the email, or a message, you can also always DM me. So I'm always kind of sifting through those. from time to time. Like I said, I shut my notifications off on almost all my social media, so I never get notified about likes or comments or DMs or any of that stuff until I physically go into the app. I find it to be too distracting. And I'm at a point in time where this podcast is extremely important to me, and I don't expect it to ever not be important to me. But what I'm saying is that I'm locked into it, and I'm trying to get my social media up, and I'm trying to do all these things, but I don't want all my attention on my social media all the time. So I've shut all those notifications off, but like I said, I go back to them, I check them, and if I got something interesting on there to get back to, then I will do that. But again, I can't express how thankful I am for all of you reaching out, all your comments, all your likes, and all your support. The only thing I do ask is that you support my sponsors, okay? Support my sponsors. Go and check them out. Order a couple pieces of clothing. Get some salve. Go to New Hampshire Vape Gallery if you were looking to get off of cigarettes. And, of course, all my guests that come on, they got stuff going on. Kevin's got Spotify. Go there. Listen to his music. Rick Hahn has many things. He's sponsored by Fuji, so go and get stuff from him. Go and get stuff from Fuji, which helps him, okay? When you help out my sponsors, you help out the podcast. And Lucas Valet has his own video on mastering the half guard, and it's a great place to start. So if you can't afford to get to jiu-jitsu school, then buying his DVD and learning how to master the half guard in the privacy of your own home or with a couple friends, well, that's going to be a lot more affordable. So if you can do that, grab it, check it out, and get started. All right, get out of that comfort zone. Let's do this. But I really wanted to take that 10 minutes and just thank everybody and let you know that this is just mind-blowing to me. Okay. Let's see. Got some quick updates, okay? Basically what's going on is the 5-day water fast. So I messed this all up last year. Last year I did it a month early. I did it in April. I was so silly. I miscounted, and it's technically doesn't happen till May. But what I'm doing is I want everybody to get an ample amount of time to join. Okay? So 5-day water fast is going to be starting. I have not picked the week yet, but I'm letting you know now so that if you do want to join me, you can prepare yourself for not eating for 5 days, only drinking water for 5 days, and fast with me. It's a great way to reset the gut. It's a great way to add discipline into your life. It's a great way to reset and to show yourself that you can do tough shit, like not eat for 5 days. Like right now, I'm trying to get rid of my nicotine. I'm down to 6 milligram. I keep talking to customers about it, and I have customers being like, hey, are you really thinking about getting off of this? You work in a vape shop. And I'm like, I mean, I don't want to vape forever. This was supposed to be temporary, right? It wasn't supposed to replace smoking. It was supposed to get smoking out of my life. Well, as of right now, I feel like vaping is part of my life. It has become my smoking. Well, it's time for that to stop. And what better discipline that when I finally get to the end of this road and I do get rid of vaping, hopefully one day, maybe I'll still do pouches. I probably won't get rid of nicotine 100% by the end of the year, but I'm trying to get rid of the vapes. So one teeny tiny step at a time. But it wasn't supposed to be permanent. It's been 8 years. So I think it's time to say goodbye. And if I can run the shop and not vape, I mean, killing it, right? It's just like not eating for 5 days. It's the same mental struggle. It's the same one. And I know I can do it. You know, I don't eat for 5 days twice a year. So out of 365 days, I eat 355 days a year. There's 10 days every year for the last 5 years now I have not eaten. So I want more people to join me. It's a great way to do some good things for yourself, for your body, for your mental, and for your discipline. All around a great way to know yourself. All right. I'm excited for it as always. And I think we'll have a lot of fun. All right. I'm going to keep people up to date with that. I am getting ready to pick a date. I just got a couple more things to get through. And then once I do that, I'll be all set and I'll give everybody the date. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I find it to be fun, which is probably disgusting to most of you out there. But hey, we don't need to eat, 6 meals a day, every single day, all this other stuff. Now we all know that fasting, even for 12 hours a day, is beneficial to us. So, all right. My mood is actually very good. My mood is extremely good. I'm extremely happy. Things have been just looking up, okay? I've been doing a lot of work to the car. She's going to be clocking 125,000 miles. So we did serpentine belt, pulleys, spark plugs. Oh, and I had to do the wheel bearings. Yeah, that was fun. So all of that stuff needed to be done, all normal wear and tear, but I have to say the car is tip-top magoo, and I have never been so happy behind the wheel. I was talking to Tyler this morning, and I was like, dude, you remember when I had the Subaru Outback? And he goes, yeah. And I go, you remember the day that I pulled out in the street and that 350 hit me? And he goes, yep. I go, that's exactly where I'm at right now with my Infiniti. And he's like, oh, really? I'm like, dude, I just went through, tuned it all up. She is purring like a kitten. All the noises are gone. All the vibrations gone. Everything is just perfect. So all I got to do is not pull out into moving traffic and make sure I'm paying attention to what I'm doing while I'm driving, and the car should hopefully last 6 years. I'm just pumped. I do this to almost all my vehicles. Got to go through them, got to tune them up, got to change out filters and all this other bullshit. It's just what you have to do. If you buy a vehicle and you buy it at a certain mileage, don't trust what people tell you. Get your shit fixed, okay? Because when that car breaks down, you're screwed. People are like, you wasted money. You didn't have to change this. You didn't have to change that. Yeah, but now I have no worries unless something else goes wrong. But, for the most part, should be another 60,000 miles before I have to touch anything on that vehicle. I did the exact same thing for my wife's. Yeah, sure, it costs a little bit of money, but to not have to worry about the cars, know that they're going to pass inspection, know that they're not going to break down on the road for the stuff that I replaced. Could there be something else? Could a caliper seize up? Could this happen? Yeah, of course. She's pushing 75,000 miles. I'm pushing 125. We could run into all kinds of wear and tear issues, of course. But at the end of the day, a solid tune-up and getting all those moving parts that were already breaking repaired, that just makes me so happy. So I'm in a great mood. I'm not going to feel bad for it. I don't want to feel bad for feeling good, but I do, and that's weird, and that has to stop because there's nothing wrong with feeling good. We should feel good. If you are putting in the work and you're doing what you're supposed to, you're going to have your ups. You're going to have your downs. But when you have your ups, why is it we always turn to not belittling them, but almost feeling like we don't deserve them. I don't feel like I deserve to feel happy. I don't deserve to get compliments. I don't deserve anything. And that's because of the way that I acted when I was younger in my past, and now it does not apply anymore. It doesn't apply. I have put in 5.5 years of work on staying off of alcohol. If I have a great day, then I should be able to enjoy that, you know? And you should too. This isn't just me. I feel like most of us feel this way because we've done so many wrong things and we're trying to make up for them. And some of us are still hanging out with the same people. So, my wife has gone through a crazy up and down with me just in the last 15 years. And so when you put all that together, you don't feel like you deserve anything. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you, you do. All of us do. We deserve to have good days. We're going to have bad days. We have people that forgive us. We have people that won't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. I need to be more accepting of myself now. And I am. I'm feeling in a really good place. I'm feeling like I'm starting to get to know myself. And I like the person I am now. I have an opinion, right? I've never had an opinion. Never. I'm going to have a couple of them today when we do current events too. But I have an opinion now. It's a pretty solid one. I have never been right about anything. And just from listening and doing what I've been doing, I'm right about some stuff. That's scary, but so intriguing as well, because it's so nice to be right. I'm not usually right with one of my friends or my wife, but hey, if I can be right every now and then, I'm moving up. I'm moving up. So it's all about what you feel for yourself. And if all you feel for yourself is pity or self-loathing or I'm just not good enough or I can't do that as well as they can, well, then you're not. And you're going to stay in that shitty place. But I don't want to stay in the shitty place anymore. I want to have a good time. I want to feel good. I want to do stuff. And I'm not talking about going out and doing things and spending money and being in places that I don't want to be. I'm just talking about, I feel good enough to just go out. And that in itself is amazing, because if you are like anything like me, you've gotten to the point where you don't want to leave the house. You're so upset with yourself, or you're so upset with what's going on, you stay home and you isolate. And I don't feel like that anymore. I'm actually feeling like, man, I need to get out more. I need to go do more things. But it's a complete and absolute change from where I've been. So my mood is great. My attitude is positive right now. Is that going to change? Probably. I could get into work tomorrow and it could all be derailed. It doesn't, I don't know, but why am I going to worry about that? I'm not worried about that anymore, but like I used to. I used to be worried whether or not I was going to have a good day at work. I don't give a fuck. Why? Because I'm going to go in, I'm going to do my job, and if I have a shitty day, well, then I had a shitty day at work. Who cares? It's work. It's going to be good. It's going to be bad. It doesn't matter. Now go home and try to reverse that. If you had a shitty day, well, then leave the shitty day at work. And when you go home, don't take the shitty day out on your significant other or your children. You know what I mean? Let's not do that. Let's change the narrative. All right? And that's what I'm trying to do. If I have a shitty day at work, I'm not bringing it home to my wife. I'll tell her about my day, but I need to make sure that my attitude is not negative towards her. It wasn't her fault. She wasn't there. She wasn't the customer that, did whatever they did. I mean, there's a million and one things that can irritate me. I'm an anal retentive and I have OCD. Somebody touches the glass after I clean it and I have to breathe. Because they have to touch. I don't know why. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know why. People have to touch the glass. And they feel like they point to something and I can tell where it is better. This is the juice that I want. And I'm like, I stock these shelves. I know. Just say the name. Oh, it's right here. Yeah. I know. But it's okay. You felt like you had to tell me that. I got a little annoyed, and now you've touched my clean glass. Okay. Those are the things I'm talking about. We have to fight those things. We have to push them down because they're unnecessary. They cause stress, and stress is necessary to an extent. Do I need to be stressed out that someone touched the glass? Nope. You know what I need to do when someone touches the glass? I need to get the Windex and clean it. That's what I need to do. So I'm trying to come up with ways to battle my own mind, and not allowing it to go down these dark roads of, oh, am I going to have a good day at work? What if customers come in? What if this happens? What if that? No. Be in the moment, be in the day, because we just don't know what's happening anymore. Real quick, I'll touch on it as well as the war is awful right now, okay? What's happening over there is what I think to be unacceptable. War in general sucks, but, I mean, life can't completely stop because of it. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because when 9/11 happened, I was in a bad spot. I was trying to quit drinking again because of some things that I did, and then that happened. It was a horrible, horrible event. I couldn't do anything to help anybody in New York. There was nothing I could do. But what I'm getting at is I started drinking again because of it, because I was so upset that I couldn't do anything, that I couldn't help anybody, that this happened. What else was going to happen? The world is ending, spiraling down of all of these things. And I went back to drinking because of it. And I just want everybody to know, yes, what's happening over there is awful. But it's out of our control. Okay? There's nothing we can do about it. Like me as the individual, there's nothing I can do. I can donate money. I can do whatever. I can't physically do something about this. None of us can. All right? And I don't want to see anybody else make the decision that I made when 9/11 happened, which was I chose to start drinking again because I was just so overwhelmed, couldn't do anything, and I thought the world was going to end. Now, I'm sure that's already happened because that's what our brains do to us. Well, the world's ending. Start drinking. And then you do start drinking, and guess what? The world doesn't end. So I just think that with all of this going on, with this being the very first war that we're seeing in first person, I follow a couple of TikTokers that are in Ukraine right now, so you get to see first person. I mean, I've never seen anything like it in my life. It's mind-blowing. But don't let this be the reason why you go back to doing what you're trying to stay away from, all right? You can't help, and it's okay to accept that. It's okay to say it out loud, and it's okay to feel for all of these people that are being treated wrong. Is the simplest way I can say it. There are so many other words I'd rather use. It's just disgusting, and I just, It makes me angry. It makes me upset, but there's nothing I can do about it. And the fact that I can't do anything about it is why my brain is triggered to put a drink back in my hand. But I am fighting that like I fight everything else, because what is that going to do for anybody? It doesn't do anything for me, and it doesn't do anything for them. So we have to be mindful of our stress. We have to be mindful of the problems that we make for ourselves, because all of this stuff going on and seeing all of this, the way that we're seeing it for the very first time, is extremely overwhelming. And never mind the fact that they're just bombarding us with it 24 hours a day, can break some people. And I'm not saying that you're a weak person because of it. I'm just saying we all get that way. We're human. We care for other humans. At least I feel like if you're a decent person, you have a something towards other people. You know, I'm not just gonna walk up and hurt somebody for no reason. But if you give me a good reason, might end up trying. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I have compassion for people, but I also have to realize that it's all out of my hands, you know? So I don't want to see anybody fall down because of this, but it's a tough time. And, you know, if you got family over there or relative, anything, if you're tied to it at all, it just sucks. And I hope you and your family and everybody else are okay. I've been following a couple different Ukrainians from, on TikTok, Instagram, and, just trying to get a feel for what's going on out there. There was a couple people that were from Ukraine on the Josh Potter show. I started following them so I could get some of their news, because they do news out of the Ukraine. So it's very interesting to see what's going on there without listening to their propaganda news. So kind of getting a little bit from them. Just like Crystal and Sagar have people from the Ukraine come on. So that was really cool. And I just hope all those people, after, they do the show, whether the show is recorded a week or 2 or 3 early, or if it was aired the exact same week that they recorded, I just hope those people are okay. But I want you all to know right now that you still have control over your sobriety. No matter how dark and dismal everything seems, you can beat it. Stay off of your poison, stay sober, whatever it happens to be. And just know that if the world ends, drinking ain't going to change that. Or doing meth or coke or heroin or whatever the fuck you're trying to stay away from, whatever your poison is, whatever's keeping you down, getting back into it is not going to make any of this better. Slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. That's slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. You're not sure how to spell that? It's right here at the bottom of the screen, or you can click the link in the description below the video. I absolutely love this website. They've got all the hottest stuff, and they've got all the hottest spring items that just came out. That's right. They got brand new skateboards, brand new socks. They got the board shorts. They've got the beach towels. I mean, are you going to go to the beach without a towel? No, you're not. But you should get one of these Slow Down beach towels. It looks like right now the Drunken Lizard is the only beach towel available. Some items are sold out, but hey, they're always restocking and they're always adding new stuff, and they still got so much more to choose from. Leggings, t-shirts, kids' clothes, hats, gloves, sweatshirts, sweatpants. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, and this is just amazing products, high quality products at a great price, and you're only going to get this stuff here. That's right, slowdownclothing.bigcartel.com. You're not sure how to spell it? It's right here at the bottom of the screen, or you can click the link in the description below the video. New Hampshire Vape Gallery is located at 180 Lafayette Road, Seabrook, New Hampshire, down the street from Home Depot and next to Smoke Rings, where we're open 7 days a week from 10:30 to 8 p.m., And feel free to give us a call, see if we got something in stock, 603-814-4171. What else can I tell you about the shop except it's amazing? If you are looking for today's hottest vape products, New Hampshire Vape Gallery is your spot to stop. That's right. The guys behind the counter know what they're talking about, and you want to know why I can say that and feel confident about it? Because I'm one of those guys behind the counter. I'm going to answer those questions that nobody else at almost any vape shop around my area can answer. Why? Because they don't even know what a vape is. They're still smoking cigarettes, and they're not knowledgeable, or they don't smoke at all, and they just don't care. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth, and the truth hurts. All right? New Hampshire Vape Gallery knows what's going on. We've got all the answers. We've got all the products, and we keep them in stock all the time. That's right. You looking for coils that maybe nobody else has? You're going to find them here. I'm telling you. I've had many people tell me that we have everything under the sun, and they've never seen such a wide variety of products in any other vape shop in New England. So come on in to New Hampshire Vape Gallery. That's right. And come see us, the guys at the gallery that'll answer all your questions or find what you're looking for. And that's at New Hampshire Vape Gallery, located at 180 Lafayette Road, Seabrook, New Hampshire, down the street from Home Depot and next to Smoke Rings, where we're open 7 days a week from 10:30 to 8 p.m. And feel free to give us a call, 603-814-4171. NaturalBossNH.com. That's NaturalBossNH.com. I love this website. It's absolutely amazing. I've been telling you about it for about 2 years now. They have all the best organic products. Some have been discontinued. Some have been updated, but they are all amazing. That's right. And if you want to get some of their foot and bath soak on a discount, they still got the Feeling Rosy foot and bath soak for $6. That's right, $6 right now, and you can melt those stressful days away. But of course, they always carry their foot and body soak for $10, and you can get a big bottle of it. They also have the beard oils. Woodsman and Dapper are the 2 cents. And of course, if you want to repair your skin, they got the herbal salve, which is amazing for repairing that dry, cracking skin. And then, of course, you get the body balm and lip balm care, which keeps moisture in and keeps it from cracking all over again. I love all of these products. I use them personally. They're amazing. They're made locally here in New Hampshire, a woman-run business. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. All right, and you can only get these things here at NaturalBossNH.com. That's NaturalBossNH.com. We're going to do some current events today, and I got some good ones to really take our mind off of all of this friggin' stuff going on in the world today. All right, so my first one, and if you are new to the show, real quick, when I do current events, I hardly read anything. I have my own opinion about it. And sometimes when I play the videos, I already get proven incorrect or wrong. So I just like to have some fun. And I find some articles that I enjoy. And I just touch base on them with all of you out there and give my own opinion on stuff going on in the world today. And I'm just trying to stay away from all the killing and the murdering going on. It is brutal out there. Multiple shootings in Manchester, New Hampshire, 1 death. We got 2 shootings in Texas. Was it Texas and somewhere else? It was just, Sacramento. Yeah, that was a big one. I mean, there's just so much death and violence going on. I think they said road rage gun violence has shot up the highest ever. In 2021, there was 532 people shot and killed and or injured in road rage incidents. That is so many. So I think the world's on edge, you know? I think we're all going through a tough time. So let's talk about something besides that. All right. So we've got right here, Wal-Mart will stop selling cigarettes in some stores. Isn't this I think this is insane. Let me give you my 2 cents on this. Okay, so me being in the vaping world, we see all kinds of regulations. They want this, that, and the other thing. FDA, PMTAs. We're doing this for the kids, the next generation. Gotta save them. I'm like, okay, well that was a great argument 2-3 years ago. Now the argument fails because you had everybody change everything, and now here we are. You're still saying it, which I do believe, but there's only one way to do it. Okay, and I'm gonna go. I'll touch base a little bit. So what I'm thinking is that they're trying to crush the vaping industry by trying to ban synthetic nicotine, by banning tobacco-derived nicotine, by banning vape juice, by trying to make it FDA approved, and then everybody's got to pay all this money for PMTAs. Then they turn down the PMTAs, or they stall the PMTAs, and then everybody just keeps selling their juice because now their juices are just not FDA approved. Okay, so here's my thought on that. Fuck the FDA. Yeah, fuck that shit. What do we need them for? Why don't we treat it like a supplement? Not approved by FDA, supplement only, use at your own risk. I think every single bottle in my medicine cabinet, all my supplements, non-FDA approved. So, let's go that route. Let's forget about the FDA. Put in the PMTAs if you have to. You know that they're going to stall again. You know they're going to deny them again. So, put it in the supplement family, right? And then put not FDA approved. Now, this has nothing to do with smoking yet. So, if we do that, we could probably avoid all of this, and we'll still pay taxes on it. So, see, you win, we win. I like my livelihood. I like working where I'm working, and I don't want to lose my job. And right now, I have the fear of, one day waking up and all of a sudden, vaping's banned, and I have to, empty out my shop, because that's the route we're on. I mean, this is a great example of what I'm talking about, right here. So this is how they're going to do it, because Massachusetts banned menthol and all flavors, but they also banned menthol cigarettes. Well, now Walmart wants to stop selling cigarettes, period. So if they attack the tobacco industry as well as they attack the vape industry, they're going to make it. Now, I think I'm on the right track here, but the millennials, I believe all of you out there are getting into your 30s, maybe late 20s, I think. So I don't know what the next generation is, that, because you guys, all the millennials will be having babies. So that's the next generation that's being born now, I believe. I think. Like I said, I put this together in my head. So I think I'm on the right path here, though. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it so that the millennials kids never touch this shit. And I'm not really against this. Look at the amount of time and energy that I've spent to try and get off of cigarettes when I started smoking at 9, right? I smoked cigarettes for decades. Then I get on to vaping, but now I've been on vaping for almost a decade. All I'm doing is I just got rid of a really bad way to intake nicotine to a semi-bad way to intake nicotine. And then hopefully I'll be on a better path to taking in nicotine through the pouches. But then if I can get rid of vaping, I got no more hand to mouth, and now I'm just doing nicotine. Well, at that point, you might as well go down in the nicotine and get the fuck off of it. This is an awful, awful battle. I had an easier time getting rid of alcohol in my life than I have cigarettes or nicotine in general. How about nicotine in general? Because I don't do cigarettes anymore. I'll have a cigar every now and then, but I can't smoke those all the time. They're too heavy. But if they do all of this and then 86 the cigarettes, well then, what? Well, why can't we ban vaping? We took care of cigarettes. So I see this being the future. And a customer was like, well, what about marijuana? And why would they sell rolling papers and stuff? And I go, because marijuana is legal, and we're making it legal. We're not going to stop making marijuana legal. It was already illegal. There was a problem with that. Now we're fighting to make it legal. So therefore, everybody should be selling rolling papers and everything else. But tobacco is a killer. Nicotine is highly, highly addictive. So they're probably going to end up making this illegal. But I really wanted to see what Walmart's got on the table for this.
Now, this corporate strategy of a smoke-free future, as they call it, it dovetails with what the UK government has already vowed: smoke-free in England by the year 2030, 2034 in Scotland, while Northern Ireland and Wales haven't set dates yet. For Philip Morris International, it's not exactly cold turkey. The transformation here is away from those traditional cigarettes to new smoke-free ways to consume nicotine. But John, it really shows how consumer behavior has changed so much in our lifetime, hasn't it?
Oh my, I mean, I can't even think about it. Just to think back about what things were like in the 70s and 80s and where we are right now, it's an enormous shift. But I want to be clear about one thing here. We're really talking about the United Kingdom, which I suppose could have influence around the rest of the world. But these companies and their sort of sisters and brothers in the corporate structure they have, they're still selling plenty of cigarettes in other places,
yeah,
right?
And let's be clear, emerging markets in Asia are still very big markets for traditional cigarettes and for tobacco products. But these smoke-free, these nicotine delivery devices that are smoke-free, those have really become more popular in developed markets. And I don't know if they'll completely replace the old, very lucrative cigarette market, but it does show you this transformation is certainly underway.
Wow, that's intense. I did not know that. Nope, not even close. I was completely shocked. Wow. So 2030 for the UK. Now, here's the thing about, well, it's the UK. Yeah, the United Kingdom, assholes. I get it. But these are the people that have had vaping for 30 years. The EU, the UK. And these are the people that I've always said, why doesn't our government join forces with them and learn what they've already learned about vaping? Why can't they do that? You know, but our government is just like, no, this is horrible, and the kids, and it's not a good way to get off of cigarettes, and I'm not. And it's like, no, what the fuck are we talking about here? Literally, they have 30 years of paperwork and experiments and all kinds of stuff that they've already done, proving that vaping is better than cigarettes. It's not fucking healthy, people. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's healthy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's water vapor. I drank that Kool-Aid as well. It's not water vapor. It's not healthy, but it is healthier than cigarettes. When you've only got 2 to 5 chemicals in vape juice, and you've got 300 plus chemicals in cigarettes, it's already a better alternative. Should we eventually get off of cigarettes and then get off of vaping? Yes. Do some of us get stuck? Yes. Is this going to be an issue if I don't get rid of my habit by 2030? Is the question I'm asking. This is why I've ramped up my quitting time. This is why I'm pushing harder to get off of vaping and get this out of my life. Because guess what? One day, which seems to be relatively soon, it may not even be here. Isn't that crazy to think about? I think so. I was blown away. But now Walmart's taking them out of their stores. I'm sure it's going to be stores that have gone on these crazy bans, and that's where they're going to start and test their market. But Walmart got into rolling papers and a whole bunch of other shit. Why? Because this was coming. So they will sell stuff that you can use with a legal product, marijuana, because smoking cigarettes, tobacco is probably going to be illegal one day. Now, I don't think we're going to jump on the bandwagon as soon as everybody else. I will put a guess on it right at this very moment in time, 2050. United States takes forever to do anything because everybody's got to have a say, and that's fine, but I think it's going to take a lot longer for us to see tobacco, nicotine, cigarettes get completely banned in the U.S. Commercialism always wins in this country. So as long as they're making money and people are getting tax money out and everything else, they have a hard time letting go of a lot of shit in this country. So it'll be very interesting, but I hope so. I hope so, because if we can stop the next generation from ever even knowing what this garbage is, they're going to be better off. I don't really care. Lozenges, stuff like that, but actually inhaling this shit and breathing it out, it's just not good for any of us. All right, my next one is what? House passes bill to legalize marijuana at federal level, called MORE Act. What's next? This is incredible. It's just an article with an image. Detailed view of cannabis flower displayed on a rolling tray in green room in Jardin Premium Cannabis Dispensary on April 22nd, 2021 in Las Vegas, Nevada. The U.S. House Representatives on Friday voted to pass legislation to legalize marijuana at the federal level, one step closer to decriminalizing cannabis in the United States, and the latest example of of evolving attitudes on the subject. So this is just incredible. Look it up. Read into it. This is what's happening. Yes, it has to go through the Senate. I know they already turned it down once, but let's keep our fingers crossed that our elected officials will actually do something that we elected them to fucking do, right? Legalize it already. Make this so that I can get a job anywhere I want without having to fucking piss into a stupid cup because of something that does less damage all around to my life than alcohol. All right? I don't like the fact that somebody can do cocaine and then 3 days later they can go get a fucking job. I should be able to do the same fucking thing. I'm not doing coke. I'm not doing meth. I'm not drinking. All I do is smoke pot at night so I can go to bed and I can relax a little bit. It's nothing crazy. Hell, most of the time, it's pretty damn boring. But this needs to pass. This needs to stop. And I hope it does. I'd vote for it if I could. It's got, I really would. I think I voted for it in the past, for New Hampshire, and we're getting pretty close here too. It's not going to be set up the way we want it to, but if it goes legal, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? I can't get pulled over or arrested for it or any of this other stupid shit. It's going to be amazing. And then I'll finally be able to grow some damn plants in my house, and I'll be happy. I'll be very, very happy because I've been waiting for that day. Well, I've been waiting for it to legalize forever now in New Hampshire so that I could grow my own plants. So I got high hopes for this one. I know I'm going to get let down, but check it out. Read into this stuff. It's pretty amazing. We are getting closer and closer to seeing it legalized in the United States across the board. It just makes me wonder, though. There's a couple dry states that don't even sell alcohol. So they'll probably be on the same playing field, as marijuana. Or would it? Oh, how about this? What if the places that have they sell no alcohol? Is it just one in the United States or is it two? I can't remember. But what if they, when marijuana becomes legal, what if they jumped on marijuana and they were still like, no, alcohol is illegal? That would be fucking hilarious. But you know that they'll probably just be like, no, nothing's legal in this state. So if you want it, move out. But yeah, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, shit, you think they would? I mean, oh man, there's so much money in it. So I think it's worthwhile. And this gets me excited and makes me happy to hear. Let's see. My next one is Antarctica had a heat wave 70 degrees above normal. What? I was reading this article a little bit, and basically what happened is that it surged 11.3 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, that's minus negative 11.5 Celsius. This was on March 18th. The normal high temperature for the day is around negative 56, which is minus 49 Celsius, which puts the March 18th reading at close to 70 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than normal. Hey, I never said global warming wasn't real, but to have this type of an increase in a place where it's never over negative 56, God, I mean, move out. What are we doing there? Holy, how do you survive? I don't even know. I hate the cold. I hate it so much. So, I know I live in New England, but I dress for the weather. I dress for the occasion, right? But negative 56? Holy shit. And it's like, okay, if that heat wave continues, what's going to happen? Right? I mean, that's a lot of ice. You see the caps breaking off a piece the size of California, and then you talk to the scientists are saying, well, when that melts into the water, the water does rise, but when the water rises, it's also lifting the land a little bit more. So you'll see some erosion, but you won't see the catastrophic erosion that we all anticipated on happening because of that simple fact that when the ice melts and goes into the water, yes, the water level does rise, but it also pushes the land mass up. So they're saying that even though this is happening to the caps, it's not as bad as we think it's going to be unless something like this happens. And if something like this happens, and then all of a sudden an enormous, tremendous amount of ice melts, like the size of the United States, that size melts, then we could see catastrophic flooding and erosion to our coastlines and shit like that. So pretty damn interesting, kind of scary, but do I think this is all our fault? No, I think the world's warming up. I don't think it's all our fault, people. I just don't. I feel like the earth is just doing what it's supposed to do. And yeah, sure, we add to it, of course, but we're not the problem completely. We probably could do a little bit better, but is that really going to slow down the natural course of everything getting warmer? I don't think so. I think that if the planet is on a natural course to warm up, it's just going to do what it's supposed to do. Like I've said in the past, if you look at the world and you zoom in, everything we've done to it looks like a cancer. And I do believe that the world is trying to get its immune system to the point where it can actually defend us off. Right? Like our white blood cells and stuff like that, they attack viruses and they fight them off and they get them out of our body so that we're not infected anymore, so that we're not sick. Well, I think we have made the world very sick, And now the world's immune system is trying to make up for that and try to eradicate this disease that unfortunately happens to be us. So I don't know, but yeah, I thought the increase on this temperature was pretty incredible. I figured something else out. So if you look at my screen, right, let me see here. Oh no, I went the wrong way. Oh. Yes. So I know it's so simple and silly. But I figured out a little bit on how to zoom in. So I'm hoping I'm making this picture big enough for you, and I'm kind of talking through it. I wish I had done better. Oh, okay. So the picture's coming more. Look at this. Okay, now you can see the picture. All right, I'll blow it up on the screen, but I finally figured out how to zoom. Unfortunately, I can't. I think it's control something on my keyboard, and I'm gonna get better. I know I will one day. But right now, there you go. So this is, you can see my pointer. This is where it was. And then this is what happened March 18th. I mean, there's nothing there. That looks gone to me. So they keep going through these temperature changes, and we are going to see some shit change. So, yeah, pretty goddamn intense, man. The world is fighting us. We are fighting ourselves, and I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be very interesting. So it looks like Antarctic ice shelf nearly the size of Los Angeles is what collapsed because of those soaring temperatures. The size of California. Wasn't it recently that the ice caps had a piece break off the size of California? So now you got the Arctic ice shelf melting, and you got the ice caps melting. And yet they all seem to go to the size of California, which is pretty goddamn big. So really scary stuff. All right, and my next one, here we go. I thought this was interesting because we're talking about Pluto again. So now, because of that new telescope that they put up into space, they have looked at Pluto. And I don't think we have ever seen an image like this of that dead planet, which now possibly may not be dead, which is crazy because and I say poor planet because I feel bad for Pluto. When I was a kid, it was a planet. When I was a teenager, it wasn't a planet. When I was in my 20s, it was a planet. And now they're saying it's not a planet anymore. But now they're saying this. Pluto has giant ice volcanoes that could hint at the possibility of life. Pluto's icy volcanic region can be seen in this image taken by NASA's New Horizons spacecraft. The blue marketing show how past volcanic processes may have occurred. So let me see. Do we have a video? Wow, look at this. Pluto's volcanic region is unlike any other area on the dwarf planet. Oh, I said dead planet. It's a dwarf planet. My bad. I knew it was a D planet. My bad. A study detailing the findings published Tuesday in the journal Nature Communications. The region is located southwest of the Sputnik placenta ice sheet. Planeta, not placenta, Planeta ice sheet, which covers an ancient impact basin stretching 621 miles across, largely made of bumpy water ice. It's filled with volcanic domes. Two of the largest are known as Reitmunds and Picardmunds. Reitman's is about 13,123 to 16,404 feet tall and spans 93 miles, while Picardman's reaches about 2,965 feet and is 139 miles wide. Reitman's is considered to be similar in volume to the Mauna Loa volcano in Hawaii, which is one of the biggest volcanoes on Earth. Ice volcanoes have been observed elsewhere in the solar system. They move material from the subsurface to the surface and create new terrain. In this case, it was water that quickly became ice once it reached the frigid temperatures of the Pluto's surface. So, pretty incredible. The ice volcanoes probably formed in multiple episodes and were likely active as recent as 100 million to 200 million years ago, which is young, geologically speaking. Wow. Yeah, I guess that is young compared to how old our solar system is. But, I mean, just intense. So they finally got that telescope working, and here we are looking at Pluto again. Possible signs of life on Pluto. Could you imagine that? That we were like, nah, this isn't a planet, and then all of a sudden we find life and shit on it, and we're like, oh, maybe it is a planet. Things are living here. And it's like, yeah, who are you to call it a planet, huh? And I think they were calling it a moon. I think they thought it was a moon that died. I think that's where that came from. I could be completely and absolutely off by this, but I feel like I'm close. You know what I mean? If not completely right. And for my next one, Hubble sees most distant star ever, 28 billion light years away. So this telescope is telling us so much, which is great because I believe it cost billions of dollars to make. And then the fact that they had to fire that off into a rocket, have no complications, get it up into space, get it operational, and have no complications before they could even use it. It's pretty intense if you think about it. And now this thing is just capturing everything. It can see so much more. So we should be capable of really understanding our space. Now, I've always said I think we should investigate the ocean, and I think I was wrong. It doesn't seem like we're investigating our ocean as much as we're investigating space, but I think space makes better headlines. So when you put space and you are trying to make headlines and sell and click and all this other shit for your news, space looks better. Space gets more clicks. So I have been noticing that there is just as much discovery in our oceans lately as it seems to be in our space. So I think we are doing it. We're just not talking about it enough. And that's probably why I was misinformed. And I felt like we need to do more with our oceans, was because I didn't see anything. So pretty cool. I like the fact that this telescope is showing us so much more. I mean, can you even wrap your head around 28 billion miles? I can't. 28 billion miles. You could wrap the world, the Earth, like almost unlimited times. Just go around and around and around and around. You never feel like you're running out of thread, in a sense. Oh my God. 28. Oh, it's not even 28 billion miles. Everybody, I'm an idiot. See, this is what I'm talking about. I prove myself wrong. So if you want to prove me wrong too, you can. You hear anything you want to write in, you were dead wrong about this. Yeah, let me know. I'm more than happy to take the L. I have no ego, so it doesn't matter to me. Well, I'm not going to lie. I got a little bit of an ego. Let's see. You got 28 billion light years. What the fuck is that? Yeah, you can wrap the planet, you can wrap Earth unlimited amount of times. 28 billion light years away is insane. And of course, like always, all of everything that I talk about, all the links are found in the description below the video, so you can go there, check it out, read the articles yourself. Maybe you might be able to look it up and find more stuff on it. So all of that information, all that stuff I put down in the description so that if you want to go further and look more into this, you have some time on your hands to do so. I want you to be able to go and do that. My last one of the day is going to be first audio recorded on Mars reveals 2 speed sounds. Now, I purposely did not play this. And just to kind of break this up for a moment, I don't want to read what's on the screen. So if you're just listening, I'm not reading anything because I want you to hear the sound. Microphone on the super cam. Team of scientists used Perseverance sound recordings to make their first analysis of acoustics on Mars. Sound doesn't carry as far because of the thin, mostly carbon dioxide atmosphere and, for the most part, a deep silence prevails on the red planet. So, really cool. I think that's so neat. I love all of this stuff. It just blows my mind, and it allows me to not think about what else is going on today. But just really cool. This link will be in the description. You can watch the video. You can read it. If you watch the video on YouTube, then you are already capable of reading it. Minus my small interruption there and a little bit of reading at the end as the sound went away and it was just instrumental music for the actual episode. But so the week before, I got hit with a check, and it was from, I believe, ABC or something. So I noticed that I accidentally left their logo for oh my God, not even 30 seconds. Not even I don't even believe it was 4 seconds. But it was enough for them to monetize my episode, but not me. I don't get paid. So if you watched episode 103 and you saw an ad for that news paper or article or company, whatever you want to call them, that was because I had left a small clip of their name and emblem, and they weren't taking it down. They said I could use it. The only thing is that you possibly would see an ad in my YouTube that's not normally there because somebody else was getting monetized for that. So if you saw that or you've seen it, let me know. And that's why. So I just saw that giant NASA symbol at the end of that video, so I am going to have to cut it before that shows up because I can't have that either. YouTube is making it more and more difficult to, use anything. It's crazy. We should be able to use the news and news articles and talk about anything that we want. That I'm not trying to make money off of it. I am not saying that it's mine. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm literally pulling up an article that you wrote, which gives you clicks on your friggin' site, and then I'm talking about it. But why can't I manipulate it and save it and everything else too? So I'm just like, man, I want, I just was so like thrown off by that. I was like, oh, well, thank you for allowing me to use it, because I didn't want to take it down, put it back up, and do all this other shit. So just be wary of whatever you're posting. I mean, they all do the checks for you, but if you can avoid even having the checks against you before you completely upload your videos and stuff like that, I feel that that's way better, to do. So, and, with all of everything just being the way it is, gas crazy, food's crazy, war sucks, just keep remembering whatever you're doing, all your struggles, everything that you've made it through. Maybe you're still trying to make it through some stuff. Keep that as your main focus. Try not to lose focus by getting involved in something that you can't, or worrying about stuff you can't do anything about. Serenity. What is that saying? Provide me with the courage to change what I can and not worry about what I can't change, and stuff like that. If you know the Serenity Prayer, I apologize. I do not remember it. It's been a long time since I've said it, but it is very true. That saying is very, very true. Actually, you know what? Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. All right. It's just very true. It's very, very true. I don't know how else to put it, but this is what needs to be done. Like I said, I don't want to see anybody lose their gains just because they're so upset about something that they can't fix. So, remember that. Remember that. You control what's in front of you. That's all you can control. Everything else we have to let go and realize that there's nothing we can do, or it's out of our control. But what I can control is myself, and what I can control is what I do. So it's okay. It's okay not to be able to fix the world. It's okay to only focus on yourself. It is okay to feel good, and it's okay to feel bad. So if I can get anything across with today's podcast, that's basically it. I haven't felt in a good place in a long time, and I'm finally feeling like I'm in a good place. And it's really weird to say that I know myself better now. But I do. I really do know myself better. And I like having opinions. And I like the fact that I'm right every now and then. And I like the fact that people actually listen to me, like all of you out there. So this has just been absolutely an incredible journey. I can't wait to see what the third year brings. And I'm just so excited to share it all with you. So, as always, I thank all of you out there. All my new subscribers, welcome. I hope you enjoy the podcast. There is going to be more guests, but normally this is it. It's just me and you shooting the shit, figuring it out, and seeing where life is taking us. So I hope you enjoyed. If you're already a subscriber, thank you. Just thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart. Just amazing. I got chills over the weekend. I was so excited. So it's nice to see new people showing up and subscribing. So thank you for that. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, okay? So one thing I'm asking everybody to do. All you got to do is click that little subscribe button, set those alarms, and give a thumbs up for the video. All of that helps the podcast grow. Remember to leave comments in the comments section and share, rate, and review. All right, I need all of your help to make the podcast bigger, and that is how you can help the podcast grow. If you want to follow me, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and Facebook. Again, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and Facebook. And of course, the official email of the podcast is talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. That's talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. All right. You want a safe place to get your story out, or somebody else's story, whatever's going on in your life. You just want to talk about it. Well, I'm here. And you can send it on over to talkinwithtopher@gmail.com. Put slow down in the subject line. That'll give you an opportunity to get some free merch. And of course, I'm just so happy to be here and do this as always. Yes. So send those emails, subscribe, hit those like buttons, share, rate, review, do all of it. All right. This is season 3 of Talking with Topher. And I am just so happy that I started this. I really, really am. And I can't say thank you enough. So I'm going to say it one more time. Thank you, everybody, for everything. It means the world to me. And I am so grateful for all of you out there. And for now, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Enjoy your weekend. And as always, I will talk to you later.
Talking with Topher. I'll talk to you later.